I don't care if a business is local, woman-owned, black-owned, or gay-owned. I'm seeing it more and more. Support your local business. Women-owned, I could care less. The only thing that matters if you give good business and have a good product. A local business ain't a shit if the owners are pricks. A women-owned business ain't good if their cookies crumble. The only thing that's going to bring me back is if you're friendly, give good service, and killing it with whatever you provide. I do believe in supporting local businesses, but I have always based my loyalty to a business based on their products and service. If they fail on either, I find another. I support small businesses in general. I never understood what race or gender or any identity had to do with it. It doesn't affect the quality of the business or where the money is going. Support local bookstores, etc. Especially now when they need it. Hi all, Federal Contract Manager here, hopefully not too late to this discussion. TLDR, for small business owners who fit into specific demographics, identifying themselves benefits them, as the federal government is basically required to award contracts to specific groups to help boost the economy of certain areas and groups. The long explanation. Though it may seem tacky or pointless to advertise a specific demographic the owner of a small business may belong to, believe it or not, it actually matters to a degree. The federal government, U.S., has to abide by the Small Business Act, which was enacted by Congress in 1953, I believe. What this act aims to accomplish is to require money spent by the federal government to be set aside, to the maximum extent practicable, to small businesses. What this means is that when a government agency plans to spend money, unless it is not possible, specific circumstances outlined within the Federal Acquisition Regulation, the government can only solicit competition from and award contracts to small businesses, i.g. set aside. How does this affect business owners identifying themselves as women, disadvantaged peoples, veteran, and disabled? Well, with the Small Business Act in mind comes the Small Business Administration, SBA. And huge part of what the SBA does is determine annually set aside goals each fiscal year for small business in general and then the different types of small businesses. This is where it helps to identify yourself as a small business owner who fits into one of the above mentioned. Because of the Small Business Act, federal contract funds have to be set aside to small businesses, unless there is an exception in the FAR. To further that thought, there are other, more specific, set-asides that you can restrict competition to for a contract willingly. Some of these more restrictive set-asides are woman-owned small business, disabled veteran-owned small business, etc. Why would you want to restrict competition further to these specifically owned businesses, and how does that affect owners of those types of businesses? Well, as mentioned above, the Small Business Administration determines the goals, percentage of the federal budget for specific types of funds, for basically how much money must be awarded to small businesses in each category each year, and it is the responsibility of federal contracting officers and Small Business Administration representatives to ensure that contracts get awarded to these businesses, so much money overall is earned by these types of businesses, and the SBA's annual goals are met. So basically, though identifying yourself as a woman-owned small business might seem like a tacky thing to do or to advertise, the truth is that it helps those businesses get business from the federal government. For example, say it's Q3 of fiscal year, FY, 2020, and my agency has an annual woman-owned small business, WOSB, set-aside goal of $10 million, and currently we've set aside and awarded only $5 million worth of contracts to WOSB this FY, and all of our SBA goals are at 90+%. We just got a new requirement, new thing that someone within the agency needs us to buy, for new work trucks, with an estimated total cost of $2 million. Our first step is to start doing market research to figure out where we can buy these trucks, who we can award a contract to that is capable of fulfilling the contract. Well, last month I drove past a small dealership that had a sign out front that said woman-owned small business. I now have a source in mind who I can solicit to, who can potentially meet the government's requirement, one of which who also fall under that WOSB category. Now all I have to do is find at least one more WOSB who I would have reason to believe could meet the requirement to provide trucks, and I can then reasonably restrict the competition to only allow WOSBs to provide the government quotes for the truck requirement. In doing so I can award contracts, money, directly to a specific type of business, and 2, meet my SBA goals more efficiently. So as you can see, there is actually a very specific benefit for businesses to advertise their ownership. Because of those SBA set-aside goals every year for federal acquisitions, it can help them get those sweet government contracts. Sorry for the really long comment, it's kind of a lot to try to explain to someone who might not know how federal government contracting operates, so I just wanted to try and do my best to elaborate. Sorry to be that guy, but it's I couldn't care less, not I could care less. I could care less implies you can actually care less about it, which means that you do actually care. Which I assume you don't, upon reading the rest of your post. /rant. /u/smoothide, just one of my pet peeves, don't mind me, just had to get it out of the system. Edit, just discovered this video, https://youtube. b/om700mfkmpw, looks like the comments below me were just commenting the video transcript, lol. Can we talk about shrimp for a moment? What about a business that can haul a tremendous amount of shrimp? Yet it always seemed stupid to me. The only time I see it fitting is if it relates to the product. Like a veteran-owned business making American flags or a black-owned restaurant cooking soul food. Those businesses gain some sort of legitimacy with the history. Anything else is just tacky to me. It makes it seem like a gimmick and makes me want to avoid them. I never will allow my company to be called veteran-owned. Just seems tacky. Posts like these disguise popular opinions as unpopular opinions, so the average Redditor relates to this and says the general public is so stupid for believing in this.